Welcome to learn the course of linear meter quotation. The linear meter price list is used for linear meter quotation. Linear meter quotation only applies to quick quotation, and you cannot use linear meter quotation for accounting. Final price of products should be based on the kitchen cabinet price menu. Open the 2014 linear meter price list. You can see 4 worksheets. The first one is the cover of the price list. The second worksheet is the linear meter price list for carcass with material plywood, that is grade A. Different lines in this table show different kinds of carcass, while different columns show different size. The third worksheet is the linear meter price list for carcass with material particle board. It is similar to the second worksheet. The only difference is the difference on price with different materials. The last worksheet is the price list for non-standard carcass. You can find the pricing rules of non-standard carcass as in these worksheets. In the linear meter price list, you can see grade A and grade B. The only difference between grade A and grade B is the basic material. The basic material of grade A is plywood, while the basic material of grade B is particle board. Now, let's see what standard configurations are included in the linear meter price of grade A and grade B. 1. An adjustable leg, plastic kickboard, aluminum foil and vent hole for stove cabinet is included in the price of base cabinet. 2. Suspension bracket is included in the price of wall cabinet. 3. An adjustable leg and plastic kickboard are included in the price of middle or high cabinet. 4. Drawer handle, grade B, balloon standard hinge and door buffer BM-H02 are included in the price of door panel. How to check price in linear meter menu? Let's take this case for example. Material of door panel is fashionable melamine 4028. Material of carcass is particle board WBGB10. The height of base cabinet is 762 mm and depth is 600 mm. Other hardwares are standard configured. So how much per meter is the cabinet as required? Material of carcass is particle board, that is Class B. We check the price table of Class B and find the column of 762. And find the linear with fashionable melamine here. So with the column and with the line, we can find the price, which is 1,175. What is standard configuration in the price for carcass? There are 4 rules you need to know. 1. Door panel, hinge, and handle are not included in the price for carcass. 2. An adjustable leg, plastic kickboard, aluminum foil and vent hole for stone cabinets are included in the price of base cabinet. 3. Suspension bracket is included in the price of wall cabinet. 4. An adjustable leg, plastic kickboard are included in the price of middle or high cabinet. How to check price for carcass? Take this case for example. Material of carcass is particle board WBGB10. The height of base cabinet is 762 mm and depth is 305 mm. Other hardware standard configured. So, how much per meter is the cabinet as required? Material of carcass is particle board, that is Class B. We find the line with Class B first. and then find the column of wall unit height 762. With the column and line, we can find the answer here, which is 557. Quotation of open cabinet with material of carcass or door panel. There are two cases. The first case, for open cabinet with material of carcass, quote by the price for carcass. The second case, for open cabinet with material of door panel, the price equals to unit price of door panel material multiply area of door panel multiply 1.2. Quotation of arch open cabinet and bevel cabinet with carcass material or door material. 1. For arch open cabinet with carcass material, the price equals to price for carcass multiply 1.25. 2. For arch open cabinet with door material, the price equals to door unit price multiply door panel area multiply 1.25. 3. For bevel cabinet with carcass material, the price equals to price for carcass multiply 1.2. 4. For bevel cabinet with door material, the price equals to door unit price multiply door panel area multiply 1.2. For quotation of arch open cabinet, take this case as an example. You can see the drawing of plan and elevation. The figure on the left side is the plan of arch open cabinet. In the plan, you can see the width of cabinet is 450 millimeters and the depth is 600 millimeters. The figure on the right side is the elevation of arch open cabinet. In the elevation, you can see the width of the cabinet is 450 millimeters and the height is 762 millimeters. Now, let's see the pricing for this case. There are two prices. One is price of carcass with material particle board. The other is price of door panel with material fashionable melamine. The price of carcass equals to 0.45, which is width of cabinet, multiply 769, which is price for carcass, multiply 1.25, which is non-standard factor. Then you get the final answer, which is 432.56 RMB. 2. The price of door panel with material fashionable melamine. We use this part, which means area of carcass. Then multiply 276, which is unit price of fashionable melamine, multiply 1.25, which is non-standard factor. Then you get the final answer, which is 555.45 RMB. For quotation of bevel cabinet, take this case as an example. You can see the drawing as in the figures. The figure on the left side is the plan of bevel cabinet. In the plan, you can see the width of the cabinet is 450 millimeters and the depth is 600 millimeters. The figure on the right side is the elevation bevel cabinet. In the elevation, you can see the width of the cabinet is 450 millimeters. Then the height of the cabinet is 762 millimeters. Now let's see the pricing for this carcass. There are two prices. One is price of carcass with material particle board. The other is price of door panel with material fashionable melamine. The price of carcass with material particle board is 0.45 which is width of carcass, multiply 769, which is unit price of carcass, multiply 1.2, which is non-standard factor. Then you get the answer, which is 403.92 RMB. 2. The price of door panel with material fashionable melamine. We use this part, which means area of carcass. Then multiply 276, which is unit price of fashionable melamine. Multiply 1.2, which is non-standard factor. Then you got the final answer, which is 533.23 RMB. Next is the pricing rule of products with non-standard size. First, products with non-standard depth. When the depth of carcass is greater than standard depth, we multiply standard price by a factor. When the depth of carcass is less than half of standard depth, we multiply standard price by 0.8. For other depths, just follow the normal linear meter price. Here, standard depth is for base cabinet, middle cabinet, high cabinet, it is 600 mm. For wall cabinet, it is 305 mm. 2. When the height of carcass is greater than the maximum standard height, we multiply standard price by a factor. Here, maximum standard height is, for base cabinet, it is 762 mm. For middle cabinet and high cabinet, it is 2,134 mm. For wall cabinet, it is 1,067 mm. There are 3 pricing rules of products with non-standard structure. 1. No need to multiply by non-standard factor when A. Position of back panel of the carcass is changed. B. Size or position of rail is changed. C. There's non-standard craftsmanship on corner cut of the carcass. So here, this picture shows what rail is. Rail is one part on the back of the carcass to connect the side panels. The second case is in case that there are thick back panel, top panel, or divided panel, the total price equals to price of standard carcass plus price of thick back panel or top panel or divided panel. The third case is thick back panel is configured for middle cabinet or high cabinet as cabinet of microwave oven or oven. No extra charge in this case. The price equals to price for carcass plus price of door panel multiply area of door panel plus price of hardware. So you can see it consists of 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Add up 3 parts and then you can get the answer. And here, price of hardware. Hardware, for example, hinge, handle, etc. Here's an example of pricing for high cabinet of oven or microwave oven. The picture in this slide shows the drawing of the high cabinet. On the left side, we can see the plan of the cabinet. The width is 600 mm and the depth is 600 mm too. On the right side, we can see the elevation of the cabinet. From bottom to top, the height of drawer is 381 mm. The height of oven is 590 mm. The height of microwave oven 380 mm. The height of door panel is 752 mm. Then, this is the price formula for high cabinet of oven and microwave oven. The formula consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. Add up each part, then you get the final answer. Part 1 is the width of crackers multiply unit price of particle board crackers. Part 2 is area of door panel multiply unit price of fashionable melamine. The next part is the price of handle, then the part of price of hinge. Then this is the part of price of slide rail. The last part is the price of buffer. Then you get the final answer. Pricing rule of wall cabinet with non-standard structure. Here, when W, which means width of wall cabinet, is greater than 1,200, or H, which is height of wall cabinet, is greater than 1,000, then the total price equals to price of standard crackers plus price of thick back panel. For example, wall cabinet with height 1,067 and width 1,000 and depth 305. Material is crackers is particle board, door panel is particle board, hardware is standard configured. Then the price formula. It consists of 1, 2 parts. The first part is the width multiply unit price of crackers of door panel. The second part is width multiply area of thick back panel multiply unit price of crackers with 16 mm thick particle board. Then you get the final answer, which is 1,494 RMB. Pricing rule of L-shaped corner cabinet. The price is added up by 3 parts. The first part is the price for crackers multiply 1.1, which is the non-standard factor. The second part is the price of door panel multiply area of door panel. The third part is price of hardware, for example, hinge, handle, etc. Here's an example. The picture on the left side is the plan of a kitchen cabinet. Here, number 6 is the L-shaped corner cabinet. The width is 1,050 mm. The picture on the right side is the elevation. We can see the width of the basket is 450 mm. The fill is 70 mm. The total width of door panel equals 450 plus 70. And the height is 762 mm. So, the total price in this example is added up by 4 parts. Part 1 is the width of cabinet, multiply unit price of crackers, multiply 1.1. Part 2 is this part multiplied by area of door panel, then multiply unit price of particle board door panel. The next part is the price of handle. The last part is price of buffer. Add up each part, then you get the final answer. Pricing rule of corner cabinets with folded door or in circle, X-circle, angled corner cabinets. The formula is presented here. Price for crackers multiply depth, divide 600 or 305. So, when it is base cabinet, then use 600, which is the depth of base cabinet. When it is wall cabinet, then use 305, which is the depth of wall cabinet. Then this part plus the next part. Price of door panel multiply area of door panel. Then the last part is the price of hardware. Hardware, for example, hinge, handle, etc. If the door panel is arc door panel, we need to multiply 1.5 to calculate the price of door panel. Now, let's take this example to learn the pricing of corner cabinets with folded door. From the elevation, we can see the height of cabinet is 762 millimeters. From the plan, we can see the depth of cabinet is 940 millimeters. For this case, the pricing formula consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. Add up each part. Then you get the final answer. Inside each bracket, after the number, you can know what it represents. Now, let's take this example to learn the pricing of encircle corner cabinet. The picture on the left side is the plan of encircle corner cabinet. Here you can see the width of the cabinet is 921 millimeters, and the depth of the cabinet is also 921 millimeters. The radius of circle is 321 millimeters. It's a quarter circle. So 921 millimeters minus 321 millimeters, and we can get 600 millimeters, the value of width and depth near the circle. The picture on the right side is the elevation of encircle corner cabinet. Here, you can see the height is 762 millimeters. And another numbers in the elevation, 321, 600, 921 are the same as in the plan. Pricing formula for encircle corner cabinet. The formula is consist of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. Add up each part. Then you get the final answer. And here, this example, it is 1,817 RMB. Now, let's take this example to learn the pricing of X-circle corner cabinet. The picture on the left side is the plan of X-circle corner cabinet. And here, you can see the width of the cabinet is 940 millimeters. The depth of the cabinet is also 940 millimeters. The radius of circle is 340 millimeters. Is a quarter circle. So 940 millimeters minus 340 millimeters, and we can get 600 millimeters, the value of width and depth near the circle. The picture on the right side is the elevation of X-circle corner cabinet. Here, you can see the height is 762 millimeters. And other numbers in the elevation, 340, 600, 940 in the picture are the same as here in the plan. Pricing formula here. The formula consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. Add up each part. Then you get the final answer. Beside each bracket, after the number, you can know what it actually represents. Now, let's take this example to learn the pricing of angled corner cabinet. The picture on the left side is the plan of angled corner cabinet. Here you can see the width of the cabinet is 902 millimeters, and the depth of the cabinet is also 902 millimeters. The length of the bevel edge is 427 millimeters. Near the bevel edge, both width and depth are 600 millimeters. The picture on the right side is the elevation of angled corner cabinet. Here, you can see the height is 762 millimeters. Figure 302 is the difference between width 902 and 600. So, here's the formula. The formula consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 parts. Add up each part, then you get the final answer. Inside each bracket, after the number, you can know what it actually represents. Pricing rule for multiplied types of door panel in one carcass. 1. When there are door panels with different colors in a cabinet, we quote with the unit price of the most expensive one, and then minus the difference according to the number of square. 2. When there are both timber door and wooden framed glass door panel in a cabinet, we quote with the unit price of timber door and then add the price of glass by square meters. 3. When there are both timber door and aluminum framed glass door panel in a cabinet, we quote with the unit price of timber door and then add or minus the difference according to the number of square for quotation of aluminum framed glass door panel. Here is extra charging of hardware upgrades. For aluminum alloy edge band, built-in handle, drawer and glass shelf, they are not included in remarks of the linear meter quotation. The extra charge is quoted according to the price list. For upgrades of kickboard, handle, hinge, and stainless panel, extra charge is quoted according to the difference on unit price. For example, the extra charge of stainless panel is 233 RMB per meter. For detailed price, please refer to 2014 OPPEIN Kitchen Cabinet Price Manual. Extra charging of hardware upgrades. 1. For edge band, handle, glass door and kickboard with material of aluminum alloy, price by meter. 2. For drawer, handle, hinge, buffer and other hardware, price by the number of set or units. Extra charging of particular door profile, price by the area of door panel. Refer to 2014 OPPEIN Kitchen Cabinet Price Manual. Other pricing rules, please refer to the non-standard pricing rules in 2014 OPPEIN Kitchen Cabinet Price Manual. The pricing manual for countertop, door panel, decorative post, top cornice, top panel, light rail, range hood shelf, particular cabinet, non-standard configured hardware, and stainless product are in the 2014 OPPEIN Kitchen Cabinet Price Manual. Pricing rule for other decorating parts. Decorative boards, top panels, divider panels, and false door panels are priced by square meters. Decorative posts and particular carcass are priced by unit or by meters. Range hood shelves are priced by unit. Kickboards, top corners, light rails are priced by meters. Refer to 2014 OPPEIN Kitchen Cabinet Price Manual for detailed unit prices and pricing rules. Pricing rule here for artificial stone and quartz stone countertop. Pricing rules for non-standard size countertop. 1. And here, remember, D means depth of countertop. 1. When D is less than 480 millimeters, priced by 80% of countertop price with 600 millimeters depth. 2. When D is no less than 480 millimeters, and at the same time, no more than 600 millimeters. Then, price by countertop price with 600 millimeters depth. 3. When D is more than 600 millimeters and no more than 650 millimeters, price by countertop price with 650 millimeters depth. 4. When D is more than 650 millimeters, the price equals to countertop price with 650 millimeters depth, multiply non-standard factor of depth, and here non-standard factor of depth equals to actual depth of countertop, divide 650. Actual charging of rounded front skirting. Front skirting can be rounded and actual charges may arise. 1. When R is less than 20 millimeters, no actual charges produced. 2. When R is between 20 to 60 millimeters, calculate the actual charge as follows. For the profile such as RZ-25, here, the actual charge is 216 RMB per meter. For the profile such as R-L38, then the actual charge is 400 RMB per meter. 3. Skirting with R more than 60 millimeters cannot be processed. Actual charging of countertop support. If it's particle board, priced by the actual charge by 90 RMB per meter. If it's decorative board, price the actual charge by area of the countertop. Actual charging of particular profile. For profiles of OPPEIN quartz stone and artificial stone, please refer to the countertop profile part in 2014 Technical Manual. The actual charge of the countertop profile will be 216 RMB per straight meter. So, as the annex table, you can see here. Pricing rules of quartz countertop boring and undermount basin processing. 1. No charge for boring on countertop. To ensure the quality of installation and boring, it must be completed in the factory. 2. For undermount basin with diameter is less than 1000 millimeters, 216 RMB for each basin will be charged in addition. For easy reach basin with inner or external diameter greater than 1000 millimeters, 324 RMB for each basin will be charged in addition. As in the following figures, there are two types of corner connection for OPPEIN quartz stone. We price by the running meter length L. The first type is 90-degree joint, as in the figure on the left side. The length L equals to L1 plus L2 minus D. The other type is 45-degree joint, as in the figure on the right side. The length L multiply L3 plus L4. So, as the formula you can see here, L equals to L3 plus L4. The principle of feasible, safe, beautiful, and economic should be considered. Therefore, the company reserves the right to adjust the type of corner connection. Pricing rule of countertop with silestone, Kisastone, Italian quartz stone, and German quartz stone. The pricing rule together with the size and technology is the same as OPPEIN quartz stone. Pricing rule of countertop with silestone, Kisastone, and acrylic. The pictures in this slide show the structure chart of standard countertop. We can see the length of W, T, and H. The summary of W, T, and H is extended width of countertop. For these countertops, we price by the extended width. As in the following figures, there are two types of corner connection for countertop with silestone, Kisastone, and acrylic. We price by the rounding meter length, L. The first type is 90-degree joint, as in the figure on the left side. The length L equals to L1 plus L2 minus D, as you can see here. The other type is 45-degree joint, as in the figure on the right side. The length L equals to L3 plus L4. The principle of feasible, safe, beautiful, and economic should be considered. Therefore, the company reserves the right to adjust the type of corner connection. Special pricing of silestone, Kisastone, and acrylic. There are two kinds of special cases. One is special width, the other is special front skirting. For special width, the pricing is different for different extended width, and you can check the pricing rule in this table. For example, if the extended width of the countertop is 750 millimeters, we check the table with extended width range 701 to 800. The price for this range equals unit price times length times 1.1. Here, as you can see. For special front skirting, if front skirting H is more than 50 but no more than 60 millimeters, then 76 RMB per meter shall be surcharged. If front skirting H is more than 60 but no more than 70 millimeters, then 152 RMB per meter shall be surcharged. When underlayers A plus B plus C is more than 24 millimeters, underlayers shall be charged according to its actual area. Here A, B, and C. Pricing rule for particular profile of countertop with silestone, Kisastone, and acrylic. For the particular profiles as below, the depth of skirting should be 40 millimeters only. The actual charge is 497 RMB per meter. This is the same for both thickness of 12 millimeters and 20 millimeters. When the height of this type, YTS11, YTS09, S-Q38, YTS122, and T3 is less than 50 millimeters, the extra charge is 460 RMB per meter. When the height of skirting is greater than 50 millimeters, there will be extra charge, that is 76 RMB per linear meter. If the upgrading of thickness is less than 10 millimeters. Here's the pricing rules of countertop boring for countertop with silestone, kisastone, and acrylic. The pricing rules are as follows. 1. No charge for opening hole for top mount basin. To ensure the quality of grind of hole and installation of the countertop, these must be processed in the factory. 2. To ensure the quality of connection, undermount basin must be installed in the factory. 3. When basin is undermounted, calculate the actual charge as below. If basin D is no less than 1000 millimeters, the processing of 238 RMB per basin shall be surcharged as processing charge. If in case of corner basin or solid surface basin, or basin D is no less than 1000 millimeters, extra 356 RMB shall be surcharged. We provide top mount and undermount installation only. Flat mount, that is to say, basin edge is flush with solid surface, cannot be processed. In terms of silestone, kisastone, and DuPont acrylic countertop, customers can provide basin and no surcharge occurs. Extra charging of arc process for countertop with silestone, kisastone, and acrylic decorative board. 1. There will be extra charge when arc R is more than 20. Circumference equals to 2 multiply 3.14 multiply R. 2. Extra charge of straight arc of standard skirting. Thickness is no less than 50 millimeters. It's 310 RMB per meter of arc length. The last one, extra charge of particular profile, as in the picture you can see here, with standard skirting, and thickness is no less than and thickness is no more than 50 millimeters. It's 610 RMB per meter of arc length. Pricing rule of countertop with silestone, kisastone, and acrylic decorative board. When silestone is used as decorative board or windowsill, the price equals to extended area multiply 1.43 multiply linear meter price. Pricing rule of span-sintered surface. Pricing according to the extended width of countertop, E. E equals to W plus T plus H. 1. When E is between 400 millimeters and 700 millimeters, price by countertop, price with 600 millimeters depth. 2. When E is more than 700 millimeters, the price equals to countertop price with 600 millimeters depth multiply this one, and this ratio is E divide 700 millimeters. 3. When E is more than 300 millimeters, and less than 400 millimeters. Priced by 80% of countertop price with 600 millimeters depth. 4. When E is less than 300 millimeters. Priced by 60% of countertop price with 600 millimeters depth. Extra charging of undermount basin of span sinter surface. 1. No charge for boring on countertop. To ensure the quality of installation and boring, it must be completed in the factory. 2. For undermount basin with diameter is less than 1000 millimeters, 108 RMB for each basin will be charged in addition. For easy reach basin with inner or external diameter greater than 1000 millimeters, 162 RMB for each basin will be charged in addition. Here, pricing rule of arc countertop of span sintered price surface. 1. There will be extra charge when arc R is more than 20. Circumference equals to 2 multiply 3.14 multiply R. Here is a note. Countertop with this shape can be processed only when it's monolayer without front skirting. 2. Front skirting can be rounded and the extra charge is 200 RMB per meter. Pricing rule of countertop support with span sinter surface. There's no support for standard countertop. The extra charge will be 54 per linear meter if countertop support is added. 2. Pricing rule of decorative board or windowsill with span sinter surface. The price equals to extended area multiply 1.43 multiply price per linear meter. Here, you can refer to the training folder for the cases of linear meter quotation. Thank you for listening.